Hi, beautiful people, and welcome back to the channel. So, today we are going to talk about something I think every woman can relate to: the different challenges we face at different stages in life. So, yes, whether you're in your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, or your 50s, being a woman comes with its own set of struggles at every age. So, some of them are pretty funny, and some are downright annoying, and others, well, you just have to laugh to keep from crying. That's all I can say. So let's dive into it. And I'm going to do decade by decade, and we're going to explore what's hard about being a woman in her 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. And I will give you three things to consider for each decade. So I'm going to name them: the 20s, the what am I doing with my life decade. Oh, your 20s. It's the decade of possibilities. But let's be real, it's also the decade of so much confusion. What's hard about being a woman in your 20s, you ask? Well, let's start with number one: the career confusion. You're out of school, and everyone is now asking, so what's next? What's your 5 and 10 year plan? I can remember in my 20s, I did not have it all figured out. I had my children early in my early 20s, and I was just trying to make it through the day. Number two, dating drama. Let's be real. The dating pool in your 20s is full of all kinds of interesting characters. One minute you think you've met the one, and then the next you find out that he or she doesn't believe in freaking deodorant. I mean, I know that's a stretch, but it's definitely a wild time. Now, number three, body confidence. I don't know about you, but in my 20s, I was filled with so much pressure to look a certain way. Social media today, oh my God, it doesn't help. Everybody's posting their perfect bodies. Meanwhile, you're over here just trying to figure out how to do a proper squat in the gym without falling over. Then you got these girls with the big butts and slim waists. Now let's talk about the 30s. I've got this all sorted out, I think. By now, you might think, okay, I've been through my 20s chaos. I know what I'm doing. And while that's partly true, your 30s comes with its own set of challenges, like number one, balancing work and life. In your 30s, the career pressure gets real. You're trying to climb the success ladder, but also you might have a family or at least thinking about one. And you're trying to figure out, how am I going to juggle it all? Whew, it looks like, how do I make time for my career, my friends, my family, my hobbies, and yeah, I got to sleep too. And then number two, the pressure to have it all. In your 30s, you feel this intense pressure to have everything figured out: your career, your relationship, whether you're going to buy a house, a dog, whether you're going to have kids. Society tells us we're supposed to have the whole package in your 30s. But let's be honest, by that time, you may not have it all together. And guess what? That's perfectly okay. And then number three, the biological clock, whether you want kids or not. There's this looming TikTok everybody starts mentioning when you're in your 30s. You'll hear questions like, well, when are you going to have a baby? When are you going to make me a grandma? And all the while, you're trying to make it through the day by not spilling something on yourself. Tell your family, just calm down. Just please calm down. Let me live, please. If you can relate to anything I've said, give me a thumbs up and leave a comment. And don't forget to subscribe. Now let's move on to our 40s. The I'm owning it, but wow, I'm tired decade. All right, now we enter the 40s. This is where things start to get real interesting. The 40s are like, I'm confident, I know who I am, but also, why am I so tired all the time? Let's talk about it. Number one, the midlife reevaluation. In your 40s, a lot of women start questioning, is this what I really want? Whether it's about your career or your relationships or life choices, the 40s can bring a lot of reevaluating. It's like a midlife crisis, but a little more subtle. Now, number two, pre-menopause. Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The 40s is when your body starts doing some interesting things. You start experiencing hot flashes, night sweats, mood swings. Oh my goodness. One minute you're cold, the next, you're sweating like you just ran a freaking marathon. It is certainly a wild ride. So hang on tight. And then number three, your body changes. You may have been working out in your 20s and your 30s, but in your 40s, your body is like, nah, I'm good. And things don't bounce back as quick as they used to. You eat one slice of pizza, and your genes are going to protest for the next week. And the metabolism, well, she's officially on vacation. Now your 50s, the I'm fabulous deal with the decade. So finally you reach the 50s. And let me just say, women in their 50s are fabulous. And I'm not just saying that because I'm in my 50s. It's true. This is the decade where you're truly owning who you are. But that doesn't mean it comes without challenges. So let's talk about it. Number one, full blown menopause. Yep, it's here and it's not always fun between the more frequent hot flashes, the terrible mood swings, and just feeling off. Menopause can be tough, but it signals a new chapter. No more menstrual cycles. Can I get an amen? And then number two, ageism. One thing that's hard about being a woman in your 50s is dealing with ageism. Whether it's in the workplace or just in society in general, there's this weird pressure to stay youthful. But here's the thing, age is beautiful, wisdom is powerful, and you've got both in your 50s. So, how about that? Now, number three, health concerns. In your 50s, you start paying attention to your health in a whole new way. You're going to have so many doctor's appointments, your regular checkup. You're going to start keeping an eye on your cholesterol, your blood pressure, your glucose level. Name it, you're going to be doing it. And I get it because you want to stick around and keep being the amazing woman that you are. Now, I guess I'll have to make another video when I reach my 60s because I'm not there. So there you have it, the struggles of being a woman in your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. But no matter the decade, being a woman is powerful, and every stage brings with it its own beauty and strength. Whether you're navigating the confusion of your 20s, the pressures of your 30s, the changes in your bodies during the 40s, or your fabulousness of your 50s, remember, you've got this. We're all in this together. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Comment below which decade you're in and what challenges you're facing. And don't forget to subscribe for more fun and real talk. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.